Hi everyone, my name is Angelica and I will be guiding you through the Body Positive Curriculum Lesson 2. What is Body Positive, you might ask? Well, let's review the 5 core competencies. Number 1 is reclaiming your health. Number 2 is practicing intuitive self-care. Number 3 is cultivating self-love. Number 4, declaring your own authentic beauty. Number 5, build community. The competency that we'll be focusing on today is number 1, reclaiming your health. The goals within that competency are uncovering the messages that have influenced your relationship with your body, food, and exercise, as well as to develop a weight-neutral, health-centered approach to self-care. The benefit is to become the authority of your own body by sorting out the facts from distorted societal myths about health, weight, and identity. So let's begin. For our first activity, we're going to be exploring body messages. Now, this activity is useful to start thinking about external messages, both positive and negative, that affect how we feel about and care for our bodies. So to begin, we're going to write down the following categories on a piece of paper: friends, family, media, doctors, and medical practitioners. And as you can see, for an example, I have written them down in a column like so. And then we're going to take about 5 minutes to come up with messages that we've received, not only about our bodies, but also our gender, our ability, our skin color, hair, eating and exercising, overall health. And we're going to put them into these 4 categories. So now would be a great time to pause the video and take a moment for yourself and just ponder over all of these influences. We'll see you in a minute. All right, welcome back. So now let's reflect on the questions in relation to what you wrote in the 4 categories. So the questions are: how do you feel in your body right now while looking at all of these messages? How do these messages affect your self-esteem and body image? Is it positive or is it negative? What similarities and differences do you notice between the categories? And what category has the most influence on how you feel about yourself? Did anything surprise you during this activity? Are you able to take in positive messages from the world as well as the negative? What are the effects of taking in these messages and telling them to yourself? What impact does this process have on the way you experience the world each day? All right, so for our next activity, we're going to be sharing body stories. So the process of becoming the authority of your own body begins by exploring your body story. This activity will take us deeper into the process of consciously examining the messages, both external and internal, that affect your current day relationship with your body. Now, these can range from something specific, like a single comment that has caused you to feel shame about your body, to something very broad, such as the pressure that you may have felt from the media's impossible beauty standards, or a childhood centered on someone else's insistence that you lose or gain weight. But on the other hand, your story may also include positive communication and self-acceptance. Maybe you had a sibling who taught you the value of being independent, or a parent who honored your gender creativity. Perhaps a trusted person outside of your family told you they loved you unconditionally, just the way you are. You'll discover how you may have internalized messages from the outside world and how these have turned into a critical or supportive voice of your own. The influences you uncover, whether buried deep or on the surface of consciousness, exert a powerful force on how you exist in your body today. So today, we're going to create a flower to represent your body story. The purpose being that it offers a representation of another living and growing entity. Some people prefer to draw a tree instead, but do whatever feels best for you. This activity is not about being a good artist, but simply a way to explore our current relationships with our bodies. If you wrote your body story as part of last activity, you can refer to it to help with this activity. So first, you're going to draw the roots. These represent the messages you received about your body growing up. Explore primary messages, both supportive and harmful, that you were given about your body from family, friends, your community, TV, magazines, the list goes on, throughout the early part of your life. Next, we're going to draw the stem. This is where you can add how you feel about your body today. How do you relate to your body now? What messages do you get from the outside world about your body right now? What messages have you internalized and say to yourself about your body? And last but not least, we have the flower. This is where you will represent how you want to feel about your body. What would a peaceful relationship with your body look like? And how do you want to feel about it? How would you like this relationship to blossom? Happy exploring. Now, before we leave, it is important to remember that after exploring personal information, our inner critics often become the most active. Be gentle with yourself when you leave our group today. Observe any critical voices that come up, but try not taking them to heart. Remind yourself they are just fear speaking, trying to keep you hidden and protected. And if your critical voice gets too overwhelming, please don't hesitate to reach out for support. We'll be learning how to work with these fear voices in a future session. I wish you all the best and happy journey.